Dream bikes are fun and all, but you know what's really good? Capable, affordable mountain bikes. I was doing some retail therapy while I noticed a second-hand Canyon Stoic 2 with a few modifications. I picked this one up for 900 euros without the fork. You see, I had this 140mm Pike Ultimate laying around. All I had to do was get a lyric for my P-Train first, but that's hardly relevant, is it? Anyway, I drove for nearly 5 hours to pick this bike up. I put the fork in, installed some pedals, and the bike was ready to go. The previous owner already set it up tubeless, installed a dropper, and made this excellent TRP Euro contraption. I later swapped out the 10-speed Diore with a 12-speed SLX from another bike that didn't work with the 12-speed very well, so it was a triple win really. Now that you have some background, I think it's clear that I'm only reviewing the Canyon Stoic frame here, not the Stoic 2 as a stock bike. That said, I like how Canyon changes wheel size, bar width, and even disc size with frame size. This should really help people of all sizes get a good out-of-the-box experience. However, Canyon does not sell this bike as a frame only, whereas the Nukeproof Scout, its main competitor, does. A 29-inch Scout frame is 600 euros though, so for only 50% more, Canyon will sell you a complete bike. The cheapest Scout out there is much more expensive. Canyon brands the Stoic as a progressive trail hardtail, and while that is true, this bike is capable of so much more. I've taken it on XC rides, pump track, skate park, bike park. Basically, if you can ride it, the bike can ride it. If you don't want to watch the whole video for the conclusion, this is a great first mountain bike or a nth bike for winter riding when you want to save on maintenance. First up, the build quality and finish is really nice, especially for a relatively cheap bike. It's quiet, stiff, everything's easy to access, and Canyon documents spares rather well. It uses modern boost standards and a threaded bottom bracket. The only thing I can really complain about is the 30.9mm seat post. This is a bit skinny for reliable long travel droppers. Geo-wise, at 140mm of suspension travel, you get a 75-degree seat angle. That's with a straight tube which starts from the bottom bracket, so taller riders don't end up with a effective 60-degree seat angle like on some other bikes. The head tube angle is a very reasonable 65 degrees, and this head tube is 9 to 11 centimeters depending on which frame size you get. Again, great as this allows for low bars for those who want it, and everyone else can just get spacers and riser bars. The 480mm reach combined with a 428mm rear end on this size large is really well balanced. The 27.5-inch versions have an even shorter 418mm rear end to keep things extra playful. Having the bars a little lower really helps on the trails I show here, as it's not super steep. It puts my weight a little more forward, and I usually feel the rear slide just before the front does. Hardtails are hard, however, and the Stoic is no exception. The back of the frame is really stiff, almost feels like a BMX bike, whereas the front is a little more forgiving. Yes, it does jump around a lot on rough stuff, but every hardtail does. I think the Stoic is a simple but well executed bike for both bike park riding or pump track or XC or whatever you want to throw at it. If you know me, you'll know that I love to complain about things, but I really had to think hard about something to complain about with this bike. Maybe the part where the top and down tube join is a little bit long and weird looking, but honestly, the only weird thing about the Stoic 2 is Canyon will sell you a 42 or 46 tooth cassette without you knowing, based on what they have available. But then at the time of writing this video, you can pick up a Stoic 3 with a dropper post and a 50 tooth cassette for only 100 euros more. That's quite the deal. It's that Stoic 3 that I would recommend you buy, even at the normal 1200 euro price. This frame is solid and it has all the compatibility you need. I got lucky buying my Stoic 2 with all the upgrades for only 900 and maybe another 800 for the fork, but the Stoic 3 really has everything you need, and later you can upgrade everything you want. Riding the Stoic is a lot of fun. I get to ride a really special bike all the time, and still, when I swap to the Stoic, it just puts a smile on my face for only a fifth of the cost of my dream bike. Honestly, that is some really good value. That's all folks, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, maybe even the like button, and sharing it with some friends. And I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers!